Welcome to 3D Print Tech Design. I'm your host, Anton Månsson. Today we're having a look at the new Smart Extruder Plus. So is it as good as they say, or is it just better or worse? So let's follow along and check it out. Alright, so as you probably heard or experienced, Makerbot have had some issues with their Smart Extruders. They've been unreliant or at least promising too much. I would argue that they're more or less the same as a normal extruder. You get the normal jams and everything. But there's been a lot of noise about it, as you probably know. So they've now released a new Smart Extruder Plus. Hopefully it's much better, and we should do some more testing about it. So I'm just going to run you through here from the different tests. We're doing it with a few different filaments, but more or less just printing. Alright, so here we have it, the new Smart Extruder, Smart Extruder Plus. So here you can see the package, the details, good looking branding everywhere. I think it looks really good, the packaging. Some instructions, and they say it's this print with confidence. It's the most tested product ever from Makerbot. So let's open it up. Ooh, even more shinier box. And this one we open back here. Ooh, it's a magnet lid. This is really nice. Wow, look at this. This is, I would say this is way too much for a Smart Extruder. But sure, it's a consumable, so they have some good instructions here on how to do everything, but I'm gonna ignore them because I call myself a professional. Yeah, I call myself a professional. I think the packaging here is amazingly nice for a product like this. With that, we then take the unit itself and the cooling duct, some silica gel. Let's close that up and see the product itself. So first off, we have of course the nozzle unit, and as you can see, this unit can move around, and that's to be able to sense where the build plate is, to help you with calibration. Other than that, what's new is the design here. There's some metal plate down here to probably prevent some filament jamming and stuff like that, some molten filaments. On the sides here you can see that we have now screws here to be able to, I'm going to show here, oops, strong magnets, there and there and there, to be able to do easier maintenance. We also have stronger contacts. We have a few, looks like adjustments ports, but it's probably not. So you have stronger magnets and new increased number of serial numbers, a new version. We also have this wheel here. Not sure if you can see it with lighting. So this wheel here spins around down there, and it tracks the filaments when it comes in and makes sure that it turns, so it will detect if there's any issues with the filament loading itself. And also the plug here is redesigned to make sure that it's optimal and work well with the cable going in. So if we just make a quick overview compared to an old Smart Extruder. So you have the logo, you have the design on the bottom, better heat insulation, much sturdier metal brick here to make sure the filament doesn't go up into the extruder. And yeah, of course you have the fan duct. Sorry, I haven't attached that one yet. Snaps on, much better than before. So this one, also here on the sides, you can see that the newer one has the hex screws instead of snap points. So that means that as soon as you want to do any repairs, so here on the side, for example, these snaps here won't break like they always do. Here, for example, this one is broken, having issues fitting it into the frame, but this one is broken. So that's a good thing, really good thing. Other than that, I think it's up to testing. I mean, that's the visual changes that you can see. Other than that, we need to do some more actual print testing, which are coming. So this
sorry, this one is very used, but it looks really good. So you can see here the nozzles are much tighter. So on this here you can see that there's a gap in the nozzle and the aluminium above, while on this one it's much more closed system. So it shouldn't jam with the filaments like this one could do. That's a good thing. So other than that, let's go through and let's start testing. So, as most of you guys know, it's quite easy to change this. We have a clip here that you can download on Thingiverse in the link in the description. I can't remember the name of the creator of this, but I'll link it to you. So this is pretty clever, and as you know, you should unload the filament, of course, first. But that's the extruder, you just drag it off. It sits with some magnets. So this is the old one that we're using. I'm just going to put that to the side. And here's the new one. So this is the Extruder, Smart Extruder Plus. And this should only snap on, and it does. So that's all. If you want, you can probably use the same clip for this one. No. Yeah, you can. So there you go, you snap that on. It's really, really tight. So that's good. Good stuff.
I just want to show you a tool that I realized that I needed to adjust because I got filament jams at the start of every print. So you go to Device Preferences and to Z Offset. So I have a Z offset of 1 millimeter, which is quite a lot. So as you know, on the Mini you can't do any adjustments, so for that one this could be correct. But I had a lot here on the desktop, which was way too much. That meant that it did the calibration okay. So you can see here the build plate, it's an offset here that you can adjust. So when I was doing the calibration and then starting to print, it was too close, and the filament did extrude, but it extruded too little, so it sent a notification that, or sorry, it stopped the print because it had a filament jam. So I just adjusted that a little bit according to what I needed, and then it was perfect. The models are attaching to the build plate, but they don't do any filament jam, or you don't get the curvature at the bottom of your model. So that's just a quick tip to make sure that your your printer is okay. Now remember, this setting may vary, so you have to do your own test just to make sure that it extrudes correctly. So you can check the lines and see if they're too close or too far away. The Smart Extruder Plus it's better, but it's not perfect. So you can still get your filament errors or homing errors as usual, but there's a few settings you should change within the software to make sure that you don't get them as often. So during the test that we've done, the printing is really good. It's better than the previous ones, but it's not really noticeable. The only thing that I can say is that I haven't had any jam yet. Any actual jam. I had the error message, but not any actual jam, which means that I can't load or unload the filaments, which were more common on the old ones. So I think that it's an upgrade. All the technical parts, like closer connections and everything, makes it a better product. So if you already haven't done it, you should really reconsider or consider to get one of the Smart Extruder Plus for your 5th gen, if you have one. So if you don't have a 5th gen machine, it's not certain that that machine is for you. It's for a bit larger companies, schools, architects firms and so on, where you want to use it as a tool and you want to have a big company focus. At least I think so. So Smart Extruder Plus, yeah, it gets a plus for me. It's not perfect, but it's better. It's a refined product, and I think they have a campaign on it, so you get a little bit cheaper right now. Hopefully you can also exchange your old ones. I'm going to leave that up to your supplier or Makerbot themselves. But all the things make it work a little bit better. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Regarding the blogs, I'm probably going to tune it down to maybe once a week, unless you really like them and you want me to bring it to you each day. But I realized a lot of the things that are fun and happening is something I can't share on the vlog since I work at a company. So hopefully you enjoy it. Let me know if you want me to continue doing it daily or at least on weekdays. Otherwise, I'm probably going to do like a weekly summary of stuff that happened in the office. So kind of a weekly vlog. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy your Makerbot with the 5th gen and the new Smart Extruder. It really makes it better. Not perfect, but much better. Enjoy. Have a good night.